guys, I am doing another deck review today. Specifically, I am looking at the Bicycle Guardians deck. This is brought to you by the US Playing Card Company, of course, and Theory11.com. Check them out. They're kind of similar to Illusionist in that they produce a lot of street magic stuff, and they produce cards. So check them out. Link right there. But yes, let's get into it. Wipe the wink away. So yes, the Bicycle Guardians. I like this deck. It's pretty cool. I see that it's featuring what I believe to be French. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know it's not Spanish though. But yes, it has an air cushion finish, as you can see here on the side. And yes, there's the different language right there. But yes, so here's the front. And let me just go ahead and say that's pretty awesome. With the angels and the fighting, it's really cool. And the Guardians, I just like that because it reminds me of kind of the Watchers in that story, even though the Guardians are not quite the same thing. But yes, so I like that. The barcode is on the back, so it's just, the copyright information here on the bottom of the box. These are standard face cards, standard index, poker sized, pretty standard as far as that goes, but the back is really cool. These were actually created in 2008 as well, so not too old but not too young of a card, design in and of itself. So yes, let's get into it. We got two jokers. Got your ace here, ace there. Then let's just look at some suits. And there we go. So these are the special looking cards that you get with the Guardians deck. So yes, let's mix things up. Let's start with the face cards this time. So yes, and I will show you the back here in a minute, but to look at what these face cards look like. Wherever it was yellow, it is now gray. And I like that. It looks very nice, very clean cut, an elegant difference between the original. That's your king. Take a look at the queen. And finally, but not least, the jack. And again, standard faces, standard pips, standard everything as far as you see with Bicycle. Put those on top. Let's look at the jokers. You have identical jokers, and this reminds me, I'll just show you this one, of the painting by Raphael, which is Michael slaying Lucifer or Satan, the demon. So I liked that. So you can see it's very similar to that. So yes, these are identical, obviously. So yes, I really like that. Again, check these out. Very cool. And let's get on to the aces. So they're the three here that, they're standard. They don't look any different. But this ace of spades is really cool. So it says Bicycle Guardians on the top here. But look at how they've done the spade. The spade is a pair of wings. That's very nice and very creative. I like that a lot. I heartily approve. As far as it being, the angel wings, they're upside down. Right side up this way, but upside down on the card. But I mean, I just think that's a really great artistic little detail. That's someone looking to do something special, and make the theme continue all the way through. And I think this theme is very well orchestrated, and I think it would have been a little too much to make, say, the face cards angels. I think that would have been too much. But let's look at the back of the cards. They are very nice. They feature basically the image that you saw on the Joker. Very, very cool. Very clean cut. You have, you know, kind of some star action going on here. And then I'm not sure what that is in the foreground. I'm not quite sure. But very nice nonetheless. And you got that performance, you know, border, and just overall very well done, well thought out cards. So do I recommend these cards for you to use for Magic, for your collection, etc.? Yes, I think these are great cards for Magic. It's done by a Magic website, as most of the cards that I've been showing and reviewing are. So I think they're very nice. I don't have really many complaints about them. They don't feel too thick in my hands. Some of the cards that I've been using, they feel thick, but these don't feel thick. They feel very smooth. Not as smooth as some decks that I've seen, but definitely smooth enough. They're very nice. Very they spread pretty well. Let me show you. They again, not the best with flourishes, but they spread nicely without too much work. And again, I'm having to, it doesn't look that nice because this is a very small mat. But you know, they still spread nicely. No real complaints there. The one thing that I have noticed, and I normally, they pack it up a little bit when I'm trying to spring them, and you may not be able to notice this on because just the angle's not all that great for me doing it at this angle for you to see. But they do tend to pack up a little bit. I don't know why that is, but they just do. I mean, that's not a deal breaker. That's just something to be advised about. You know, they do, they tend to clump a little bit, but they still spread, you know, for me, you know, fine. I don't do that, you know, flourish a whole lot because I'm terrible at it. But, you know, they work pretty well. They're not as fluid as, say, oh, Infinities or Artifice that Illusionist has produced. But, you know, as far as for general Magic use, I think they're fine. I don't think there's really much you can't do with this. This is just not going to be a flourishing deck. It just isn't. Just be advised about that. But otherwise, I recommend them. They work very well. They look very cool. No doubt they look cool. But tell me what you think. You may not like them. You may love them. But let me know. Reply down below, and you know, you'll see me next time in the next deck review.